Trump appeared at the convention as part of his campaign's drive to court black voters. After President Joe Biden won 87% of this demographic in the 2020 election, a key voting bloc that has regularly boosted Democratic prospects in U.S. elections.
You have pushed false claims.
Here, responding to a question about whether he believed Harris was on the Democratic ticket only because she was black.
Well, I can say no, I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She has always identified as a black woman. She went to a historically black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear,
Harris is the daughter of an Indian mother and a black Jamaican father, who were both immigrants to the United States, but went their separate ways when she was just 7. She attended Howard University, one of the nation's top private and historically black colleges, where she joined the intercollegiate black sorority Alpha Kappa Alpha. And while in Congress as a United States Senator, she was a member of the Congressional Black Caucus. Donald Trump has a long history of offensive comments directed at black people, infamously questioning his predecessor Barack Obama's birthplace, referring to African countries in disparaging terms, while telling 4 minority members of Congress in 2019 to go back to the places where they come from. Trump also asked if he believed Harris, a former prosecutor, state attorney general, United States senator and vice president, was a diversity, equity and inclusion hire, which has been a new line of attack from certain Republicans.
I really don't know. I really don't know. Could be. There are some.
Drawing audible laughter and gasps of disbelief from the audience, which included some cheering from certain segments of the crowd.
And my message is to stop people from invading our country that are taking, frankly, a lot of problems with it. But one of the big problems, and a lot of the journalists in this room I know and I have great respect for, a lot of the journalists in this room are black. I will tell you that coming from the border are millions and millions of people that happen to be taking black jobs. You had the best.
What exactly is a black job, sir?
A black job is anybody that has a job. That's what it is. Anybody that has a job.
All right.
And they're taking the employment away from black people.
Harris later responded to the suggestion that she was leaning into her black heritage for political gain.
Donald Trump spoke at the annual meeting of the National Association of Black Journalists. And it was the same old show. The divisiveness and the disrespect. And let me just say, the American people deserve better. The American people deserve better. The American people deserve a leader who tells the truth, a leader who does not respond with hostility and anger when confronted with the facts. We deserve a leader who understands that our differences do not divide us.
The White House press secretary also asked to weigh in on Trump's remarks about Harris's heritage.
As a person of color, as a black woman who is in this position that is standing before you at this podium behind this lectern, what he just said, what you just read out to me, is repulsive, it's insulting, and I think it's insulting for anybody. It doesn't matter if it's a former leader, a former president, it is insulting. And we have to put, she is the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. We have to put some respect on her name, period.
And as Harris wipes out Trump's national and battleground leads in the polls, placing this race on a knife edge, expect the attacks from both sides only to sharpen in the weeks and months ahead of Election Day this November. Shervin Rice-Pease, SABC News, New York.